You don't know the power of the dark side.
Broadcasting live from 38 Studios in Providence, this is the Go Ask Mickey podcast, helping you with the tips, tricks, and the tools needed to save you time and money on your next Disney vacation. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, send them to goaskmickey@gmail.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of the Go Ask Mickey podcast. I'm Jerry from goaskmickey.com, and joining me in the studio today is the world-famous Fast Eddie engineer, producer extraordinaire. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, send them on over to goaskmickey.com. On this week's show, we are discussing the top 10 scents. Yes, smells and scents of Walt Disney World. If you have a question you want answered on the show, send it on over to goaskmickey.com.
If for any reason you must leave your radio, please have the man at the door stamp your ear so you can listen again later.
So before we get into all of that, let us go over to see what's going on around the world. Now, this week in the world, there's a lot of things going on, so we're going to try to squeeze as much as we can within our short period. So, this first news story is about gift cards. Disney guests are offered disc cards or Disney gift cards in exchange for not having their rooms cleaned. So this is a mousekeeping story. So many people have reported that they were offered gift cards in exchange for not having rooms clean. As the guests were checking into All Stars Music and All Stars Movies resorts, they were told that they could receive a $20 gift card in exchange for denying room cleaning services for their entire stay. So you get $20 for your entire stay. So one person said that they received an $80 gift card for a 4-night stay, and another one said they received $140 for a 7-night stay. So I'm still trying to figure out if it's $20 for the entire stay or $20 per day. It looks like it could be per day. So each guest reported they could receive towel service and they could request toiletries as they needed, but their sheets would not be changed and there would be no vacuum or cleaning of any kind. So you can get towels, you can get all that other stuff, but you can't get your room clean. So if you accept this mousekeeping offer, they will not provide those cute little towel creatures on your bed each evening. And this is said to be a test, so there is no word if it will spread to other resorts or when it will end. So it is a I don't know. It is what it is. You want to earn $20 back and spend it somewhere else? That's kind of a good deal. Me personally, I like to come back and have my bed made. I'm on vacation. I don't want to have to make my bed, clean the room, do all that stuff. It's nice to just get ready, run out the door, and when you get back, like we take day breaks, you come back during the day, your bed's made, everything's cleaned. That's nice to me. But is that worth $20? Is that convenience worth that money? So that's a decision that a lot of people have to make. And when you're standing, you're checking in, they're offering it to you, you got to make that decision quick. So me personally, I wouldn't. What do you think? Would you do it? Send me an email. Let me know what you think over at goaskmickey.com or put a message up there and let me know what you think about $20 gift card savings. I mean, you go in a week, you're saving $150 almost. That's a good deal. That is. It's tempting. I just might grab it. $150. That's a dinner. That's for, a family of 4 dinner at whatever restaurant. So, I don't know if it's worth it. Let me know what you think. And we'll be right back with the next news story. Alright, next one up is a pretty big story. I mentioned before about Brazil being added to epcot as a possible new country added to the 11 countries that are currently in Showcase. Now, this has I mentioned this before about Illuminations kind of going away soon, and this story is about Illuminations and if it's about to retire. Now, much attention has been paid in recent months, has been focused on Toy Stories and Star Wars Land at Hollywood Studios, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and possibly the Ratatouille ride in Epcot. So, however, while many fans have been focusing on the future of Disney Worlds, Disney has been making some changes to their nighttime offerings around the resort. This kicked off early this year with the long-awaited debut of Rivers of Light and the surprise replacement of Wishes with Happily Ever After at the Magic Kingdom. And they've also added an unexpected addition to the Disney Movie Magic nighttime projection show at Hollywood Studios. And now the change from the nighttime entertainment has transformed into Epcot, and Disney may finally be turning their eyes towards Epcot's nighttime offering, as it looks like Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, Spectacular may be coming to an end very soon. And while this is currently a rumor, development may come as a shock to some people. There is actually quite a bit of evidence to suggest that this popular show is indeed heading for retirement, including one development that was just confirmed earlier this week. Now, Siemens is the sponsor of Epcot's Illuminations and Spaceship Earth. And you might not initially think it, but sponsorships are incredibly important at Disney World. And an example of the power of sponsorship is at Innovation Hall, and it has been closed completely after several sponsors ended their contracts with Disney in 2015 and 16. And now another high-profile sponsor has decided not to renew their contract with Disney. Now that would be Siemens. Now, after a 12-year partnership, the company has sponsors both Illumination and Spaceship Earth and has announced to the end of its partnership with the Walt Disney World Company. According to an official press statement, the sponsorship will reach its mutual agreed upon end date in October of 2017. While it's not particularly unusual for Disney sponsorships to change over time, the timing here is important, as Siemens has sponsored the show for most of its life, and this break may be the impetus for the closing of this long-running show. However, it's not only the contributing factor. So that's saying that there are other reasons why they're not going to sponsor Disney anymore. So we need to find out why they're changing. Now, Epcot is being reinvented right now. So now that Disney has swung the pendulum from Animal Kingdom and they're pushing it onto Epcot. As mentioned previously, all eyes will be at D23 Expo coming in a few weeks, and the insiders have suggested that Disney Parks' presentation at this event, there will be a heavy focus on Epcot, with 2 new rides potentially announced for this park. So the rumored rides are the Ratatouille and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, The addition of 2 new characters-based attractions seems like a big step towards making Epcot an IP-focused park, which is a big departure from the non-fictional Epcot of the 20th century. Though this may be controversial among Disney fans, Disney is really trying to focus on Epcot, introducing a new nighttime spectacular that represents the evolving identity of this park would be a great way to reinforce the change. Now, while the content of Illuminations' Reflection of Earth is certainly timeless, the message of the show seems very tied to the Epcot of the 90s, with Disney making so many changes to this park in the service of a new identity. Illuminations might not fit well, which seems like reason enough to switch this classic show to something different, basically. So back in 2014, rumors surfaced that Disney was pursuing drone-based technology for use of the part of the brand new show, again reported inside Epcot. Though this rumor lost traction in the years since its first surfaced, Disney's Starbright Holiday Drone Show, which performed a show last year at Disney Springs, provided a solid proof of concept for the drone-based entertainment at Walt Disney World. And it seems very likely that Disney could be looking at the use of this technology for a brand new nighttime spectacular at this park. So right now we don't know much for sure about an exact timeline for the end of Illuminations and the start of whatever is replacing it, but Disney is expected to announce a massive overhaul of Epcot at this year's D23 event. We'd imagine that if these rumors prove to be true and Illumination is about to be retired, the announcement would be made at this event. With a potential late fall closure for Illuminations after Siemens sponsorship ends, and then the debut of a new show just in time for the holiday season. Of course, right now, this is all rumored, and Illuminations could be sticking around for who knows, for a long time in the future. However, when you consider this show's age, it's hard to believe that Illuminations is over 15 years old. Well, the fact that Disney is strongly rumored to be announced a reboot of sorts for the next few weeks, it seems more than likely that Illuminations is on its way out. So if you count Illuminations as one of your shows and you're a big fan, we'd be advised to go out and see this show again sometime this summer, as the future of this show is currently very much in doubt. So, do you think it's about time for Disney to replace Illuminations? If you do, let me know. Send me an email over at goaskmickey.com and give me a comment on whether you think this show should leave. Is it tired? Is it old? They did that show with the drones over at Disney Springs, and they're only allowed, I think, to do it over water. So they tried this out at Disney Springs as maybe a test. And what's going to happen now is, being that showcase, the Epcot showcase, has that water place in the lake in the middle, this is a huge opportunity to introduce a drone technology with the fireworks and projection show that Disney has seemed to be leaning towards. So they're definitely coming out with some bigger shows, the Wishes and Happily Ever After and Rivers of Light, which is okay. And Hollywood Studios, which they will probably add something over there too. Fantasmic might be on its way out, or a reboot. But let me know what you think, and we will be right back after this. All right, that is some good stuff right there. All right, we are back, and this week we are talking about, the main topic is the top 10 cents of Walt Disney World. The power of smell. The smells that you smell when you're walking down the street at Main Street. You smell those, the cookies and the ice cream and the waffle cones and the popcorn. You smell all that stuff as you're walking through the poly of the water, or there's so many different smells that you smell on Soarin'. You smell those orange groves, or wherever you are, the shampoo in the resorts, in your hotel room, the smell of those, everything has a power to it. The smell has a recall. Now, scent is the only sense that is rooted directly to the limbic system on the right side of the brain. Now, this is a little science behind this. This system contains the key to our emotions. Now, when we smell, we feel. It takes us 450 milliseconds for the brain to recognize a scent. So now when you smell something, you walk into a store, or you're walking into a building, or you're just walking in the street, you smell something and it automatically draws you back to where you originally smelled that smell. Sometimes I'll be walking down, going to a store, and I'll smell something, I'll be like, ooh, that brings me back to when I was 12 at school at this particular time. So it's a very strong part of your brain. A number of researchers are even using scents to alleviate pain, insomnia, and side effects of chemotherapy. Now, no one in the medicine claims that the scent alone can cure the sick, or conquer depression, or get your kids to go to bed on time. What they will say is that a fragrance can play a powerful role in making your sense of well-being. Now, scents and moods have been used for centuries for pleasure and well-being. Ancient Egyptians kept aromatics used for medicine and perfume in beautiful bottles, which have been preserved in their tombs. And the writings of ancient Greeks, Romans, Chinese, and Hebrews all mention medical and aromatic scents. Many of the essences used thousands of years ago are still available today. Now, in present time, we also use fragrances to make products we use in our environment more pleasant. With perfumes and body lotions are perfect examples. We have aromatic candles and diffusers and sachets, and all sorts of fabric fresheners and clothes and beddings, and scents are used to enhance the flavor of food. So making cleaning products more appealing and to improve the ambience of a room. There was even a short-lived movie concept called Smell-O-Vision. Yes, that would be awesome. An idea for a cell phone that releases smell tones when a call is received. The science of sense of smell, aromacology, that's a real word, I guess, focuses on our perception of smell. It refers to the collection of data to study the interrelationship of psychology and fragrance technology to transmit a variety of specific feelings and to enhance behavior through the experience. Research seek to establish the effects of aromas on human behavior. Aromatherapists have long used essential oils for healing, emotion, and mood. Aromacologists focus on the ambient odors provided by these two oils and combine these as well as other scents to produce complex perfumes. Aromas such as vanilla, bergamot, and lavender have been found to produce a calming effect, with the citrus family and geraniums are considered purifying. Vanilla, jasmine, rose, and ylang-ylang are warming notes, while sage, clary, cinnamon, and spearmint are known to stimulate alertness. Rose, jasmine, and lang lang are thought to have aphrodisiac properties, and spearmint and petitgrain are felt to provide mental stimulation. Wow, this is getting really deep. So basically, the connection between the scent and the mood and endemic to our species, but we are just beginning to scratch the surface of intricacies behind this relationship, and also how we can relate and use this interrelationship to improve the quality of life. So basically, behind that whole process is how you smell and how it works. Now, when you're at Disney, you smell certain smells, and it being that you're in the place where you want to be, it will trigger outside of Disney. So you're at wherever and you smell the smell of what it is on the monorail. So that will bring you back to, oh, that's what it smells like on the monorail. Oh my god, I wish I was there. So basically, it's a strong scent that you can use to recall. Now, I put a question over on the Diz boards about what your favorite smell was at Disney World. Now, I put it on last week. Now, since then, I have recently been banned from the Diz boards. I got booted off because I broke some rules, I guess. So, by putting this question out, they thought it was unbreaking or whatever. I broke rules, whatever. So they banned me for putting this question out. But before I was banned, I was able to get all the information that I needed to give you the results of what I came up with. Now, there was a ton of information. I was like blown away by the fact that all you, if you are from the Diz boards listening to this, everybody who commented, it did all that, like, I was just blown away. There was so many comments. It was just like pages on pages of people, just everybody was into this whole question that I put out there, and I was loving it. It was awesome. So it was hard to whittle down everything that was put up, so I made a peak chart and I worked out everybody's statement that you put up there, and I came up with the top 10 list. It was so hard. There was like probably 50, but I got it down to 10. So if there's anything I missed, send me an email and let me know, and hopefully I can readjust this list. I'm going to post this on the Facebook and on my Twitter, so you can look at it if you want. So first I want to come out with these. Not only did we get the top 10 scents, but we also got a couple of websites that sell candles that replicate the smells of certain smells at Walt Disney World. Now, I put in an order for 2 from each of these websites. One is called Spireside, and the other is Walter and Rosie Candle Company. I'll put a link in the show notes for their websites. There was also one other that I found out. It's called envirescent.com, and these are the actual scent machines that Disney uses, and they pipe these smells out at the Magic Kingdom, the Main Street confectionery. They put out these smells, and they have a list on their website. It's kind of an expensive machine. It's like $150 machine, and then it's like $50 for each individual smell. I'll also put a link in the show notes for this. For $200 you could get the I think it's the confectionery and the Grand Floridian. So the Grand Floridian smell is a certain smell, and they have that listed. And the confectionery has a certain cookie waffle smell that you could have in your home for $200. So let's get into the top 10 smells at Walt Disney World. Now, number 10, this was tough, so, I got it down to where I thought this is the top 10. So, number 10 is the Grand Floridian. Believe it or not, that came in at number 10. Now, that has a unique smell to it. I love that smell. It's a strong, plus it's one of the most popular resorts in Walt Disney World. Also is number 9, which is the H2O shampoo, conditioner, body wash that you get at your resort. People love these. I know if you're like me, you stole a bunch of these. I know you did. You can admit it. You have a bunch of them in your closet or your drawer in your bathroom right now, and you pop those in every once in a while. They're like gold, and you take care of those. You do a couple of squirts, and you put it back, and you come back later on, and you get another high off of it. So the H2O shampoo, conditioner, body washes are number 9. Number 8, which is a really awesome attraction, is the PhilharMagic attraction. The Be Our Guest, a part of the attraction where they put the smell out, is an amazing smell. It's you get that 4D vision attraction. They put out that smell. It's unbelievable. So that made number 8. Now number 7 is the bus fumes. It's not a great smell, but it made it for some reason. A lot of people liked it. They put it as a lot of their choices. So the bus fumes made it to number 7. Now number 6 is the Haunted Mansion. Now it gives it that musky, dark, it's very cool in there. It's very musty. It has that smell to it. It's so hard to pinpoint that smell. A lot of people on the boards were saying that they cannot name it. It's a difficult smell to name, so it's well worth trying to figure out. I think one of these candles has, the Spire side maybe, has one of the scents that is really close to this. So check out their website and let me know what you think about that. What? Oh, I am told we're going to take a break, and we will be right back with what we leave off, number 6. So we'll be right back with the top 5 of the top scents of Walt Disney World right after this.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Tiny Dog Clothing Manufacturer.
Mr. Tiny Dog Clothing Manufacturer.
Great men ask the tough questions. Where did we come from? What is gravity? How do you help a schnauzer through a fashion crisis?
Smashing fashion.
You see no irony in designing a thick fur coat for an animal born with a thick fur coat.
It's warm in here.
A dog licking himself? Disgusting. A dog licking himself in an Argyle sweater? Adorable.
Smooch on that pooch.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh purveyor of the pooch. They may be just dumb animals, but thanks to you, they'll always be smartly dressed.
Mr. Tiny Dog Clothing Manufacturer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
All right, everybody, and welcome back. All right, we have been doing the main topic, which is the top 10 ways, top 10 smells at Walt Disney World. Now, we left off at number 6, which was the Haunted Mansion. Okay. All right, so now we are on number 5. Number 5, these start getting a lot stronger smells. Number 5 is the the Polynesian Resort, and the lobby in the Polynesian Resort, which has that unbelievable smell to it. It's so hard to, it has that, it's the water smell. Somebody put on, we'll get into, okay, yeah, sorry. Thank you, Fast Eddie. It has a unique smell, and there's also a candle on one of the websites that I gave you of the Poly Resort, which is a fantastic smell. Okay, number 4, these are getting awesome now, is my favorite ride, Soarin' over California, or now Soarin' over the world, has that smell, that orange grove smell, and even the water smell when you're going through that water part. That is just an amazing smell. It brings you right there when you smell those things. Somebody said that on the Disboards said that there is an actual Glade, I think, air freshener that has that citrus, the exact same smell as Soarin'. So check that out on that. Number 3 is also my favorite ride. I got a lot of favorite rides. Is Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a big controversy this week. And that one is that water smell. Now, I was going to mention this before at the Poly, but the water at Walt Disney World has a unique smell. And somebody posted a video on the link that or the Disboards thread that I put out there. And it was a video of, instead of chlorinating the water, they added bromine, I think it's called. And it gives it a unique smell. And I did not know this. I saw the video and I learned something every day. So that I thought was really awesome. Whoever posted that, thank you. And I learned something from that. So now I am chlorinating everything in my house with bromine. Okay, number 3. Number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean. Number 2 is Main Street. Is the Main Street at Magic Kingdom. Now, a lot of people put this as this was tough, but number 1 totally took it over. And I love the smell, the smell of Main Street with the popcorn, with the corn dogs, with the waffle cones, with the Starbucks. All Main Street has so many different smells as you're walking down it. It's a cacophony. Well, it's a $10 word. A cacophony of smells just on Main Street alone. So that, in my opinion, could have made the number 1 just from that alone. But the amount of people that picked this last number 1 pick was totally dominating that thread. And number 1 is the Spaceship Earth Rome scene, where the burning of Rome, that smell, that fire smell, people went nuts over this. And it's a fantastic smell. My friend used to have it's one of those things that you burn, like an incense, and he had one of these, and we would do a band practice, and he would light one of these, and it was just an amazing smell, and it brought me to that Rome burning on Spaceship Earth, and it was just, I was like, where did you get that? So I'll have to call him, find out where he got that exactly. So that is the top 10 list for the top smells. Now, the runners-up were the Speedway. Speedway was on there. Beach Club. The Boardwalk, which is like a vanilla. I found out somebody wanted to know. Before I got kicked off, I put a comment on the Boardwalk smell, which was a vanilla and baked bread smell. Somebody else posted a hot asphalt. That is an awesome smell too. Right after it rains, you get that hot asphalt, and it brings that smell, that humid, musty smell, and that's a great one. Caramel Couche. I'm not sure where that is. Somebody posted it was in Germany. I have yet to smell this, and that's the best part of putting something like this out there, because now it's giving me the tip of going to that Germany pavilion and smelling this. That is the best part of this podcast, where I want people to learn stuff from here and take it with you into the parks. And, you know, whether it's the key under the mat to the caramel couche at Germany, that is the point of this podcast. Somebody else posted Boma, and one which is huge for me, that humidity in the morning, that smell of the heat just starting to rise as the sun is rising. You could feel the heat and the smell of that. It's a great feeling. It's not only a smell, but it's a feeling that you get. So that is a lot. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everybody who commented on there prior to me getting kicked off. So I'll see if I can get back on there. And if not, come back here or go to my website at goaskmickey.com and leave me comments on there as well. That is it for this week's show. I'd like to thank you all for downloading and listening and contributing. A lot of people contributed to this show, and I appreciate you. And until next week, if you could, go on over to Twitter. I'll post a list of these top 10 smells, and we're also on Facebook. I'll do the same over there. Give us a like over there. Follow us on Twitter, and we're on Instagram. We're on YouTube now. Shoot over to there. And where else? Yeah, just goaskmickey.com. We're on all the podcast stuff. We're on Stitcher and iTunes and Google Play. If you give us a review on any one of those, that would be awesome. And until next time, Disney Nation, rock on.
Sure, it's big enough, but look at the location.
Whoa! That was so cool! Hey, Dad, did you see that? Did you see me? Did you see what I see?
You so totally rock, Squirt! So give me some fin. Noggin. Yeah.
Head on over to goaskmickey.com or check us out on Facebook or leave us a review on iTunes.